Several weeks ago, on this very program, we talked about smartphones. And I argued that this is a smartphone and Michael's Blackberry was not. But Michael argued vociferously. Can I say vociferously?
I love the fact that I use this little wheel, I don't touch the screen, and I don't click on the ads.
I look at Michael's hand today, and that's not a Blackberry. What is that?
It's not a Blackberry. It's a Google phone, the Nexus one. Here's the smart thing about smartphones. You can have all these applications on them. And the application I have on this one is called Swipe, and it lets me trace the letters of a word, and I am so much faster on that. In fact, I think somebody set the world record for texting on a touch screen. And so Swipe has made all the difference. And so now that I can input all the other applications, all those other things you talk about, with the exception of the ads, I love. And so you might be right. You might have something to it.
You might be right. So we were talking about this a few minutes ago, and the might be is new.
All right, you're right.
Okay, all right.
You're right.
Okay. And I will say that for some folks out there, it turns out that the most popular phone for texting as of a few months ago was the iPhone. So, there are a lot of people who can sort of don't mind a touchscreen when it comes to tapping out letters. So that's one thing. And I also think now that their most loyal guy has defected to Android, RIM is in trouble.
No, RIM, makers of Blackberry, they need to offer something better than, the Bold 2, which is their touch screen that had this kind of weird haptic thing.
Yeah, the Storm.
But they came out with the Storm, not the Bold. Yeah, the Storm. But they came out with new phones, the other day,
which look exactly like their old phones.
I'm surprised, and so maybe there's there's this kind of swath of people who will die before they give up their keyboards, but. Boy, I bet you once, that's just because the IT guys aren't letting them.
Now, for fairness' sake, we must say that RIM's market share in the smartphone category is still sky high.
Yeah.
Their profitability is very much impressive. I think the concern going forward for this platform is they don't have a standard to go forward on. With the iPhone, you've got pretty much one look. Screen, button, all the apps work on every phone.
Right.
With BlackBerry, you've got different size screens, different types of keyboards, different input methods across, all these phones they've got out there. If they don't get that worked out, their attractiveness as a development platform is just going to continue to go down. Folks like Apple, Google, Microsoft coming on up will just continue to nibble away.
Ideally, we'll be offered a kind of a variety of handsets, although they all are starting to seem to look like this. But more importantly for RIM, if they can't get developers really eager to develop on their platform and blow that out. I mean, Android is just growing faster and faster and faster, and clearly iPhone and its OS dominates right now and is only getting bigger via the iPad, and I'm sure there'll be other places the iPhone OS will go. So, but I'm going to say this one more time, and I hate to say it, you were right.
Well, I've wanted so long for my TechMate buddy to have a smartphone, and now you've got one. I just wanted to see that smile.
Yeah, well, I feel smarter already.
That's TechMate.